Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great.
How's your tree?
My tree is lovely. How is your tree?
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Very well, thanks. How's your tree?
My tree's awesome. I really like it.
Me too. It's nice, no?
Maybe I'll ask you questions first and then you can ask me them.
Okay.
Where'd you find glimpses of hope in your day-to-day life?
Where do I find hope in my day-to-day life? Hope is one of our weapons. Hope's a good thing to have. I think hope actually becomes, for such a grand idea, is actually really a day-to-day thing.
In nature, for sure. Nice and calming, and it makes me feel connected to the world. I like when I go out and I see someone with like a really eccentric outfit on, or bright, colourful hair.
That kind of kindness that you give to people, that really gets you up, given what we kind of hear and see every day. It's kind of ethics about sharing what we've got, and what we've given, but also shaping it in a way that is useful for everyone.
Working with young people, they believe that things can change in a way that I think often adults don't. So I find that really hopeful.
I think my glimpses of hope these days are in other people, actually. Someone holds the door for me. That's essentially sad, but they wait and they hold the door is like a little glimpse of hope. I think that I hold on to.
Meeting people, people who think like you, people who breathe like you. I smile at somebody and they smile back. What that means to me,
Yeah.
just at that moment.
I think it's curiosity and connection that sort of breed those things, isn't it? It's especially hard to be hopeful just now, as you say, with all the things in the world. But if we're not hopeful and there isn't the connection, then what is the alternative?
how do you create these queer kinships?
Yeah.
And why do we feel these are valuable?
Being with other people makes you realise that, like, we do have some strength in numbers.
It's valuable because I feel seen.
Yeah.
I feel heard. Not having to explain, actually. It's got a lot to do with not having to explain.
There's so much more onus on that relationship. There's so much more pressure on it, as all of a sudden it becomes a community. All of a sudden, you know, your queerness isn't this clandestine, secret thing. Kinship doesn't actually need to be the big, strong, important love affairs. Just having queer people around that are acquaintances.
That's why it's valuable, because it makes me feel like this, like how I'm feeling right now, like I'm laughing, I'm smiling.
I know why that's valuable. I know that it's valuable for me personally, because I don't know what I would do without them to look after, and without them to look after me.
But I've never had a kinship other than with my best friend.
When we do recognize those aspects that we recognize also in ourselves, that is something that puts us in kind of a relation of safety as well.
You know, where I grew up, I was like the only queer person who was, only out queer person. In the 90s, people didn't really talk about being gay very much in where I came from, and there was, you know, stuff in the media, but I think you don't recognise it in the same way that you do when you're an adult looking at it.
This experience itself isn't, I guess, too dissimilar to, say, cruising or, you know, meeting somewhere hidden and somewhere secret. We don't know each other, and already there's a kinship in that, you know, in the semi-dark of Glasgow.
How do you envision the future?
It's quite an existential question, to be honest. I'm really thankful that I grew up now when being gay or queer or trans is talked about. I think the majority of people understand now.
Sometimes I think it's kind of counterproductive to try and imagine the future, or to try and, I guess what I try to do is find agency in the present.
As historians, we're able to give people a sense of like other possibilities, help people imagine other queer and trans futures.
Hopefully a lot of the community and resistance and activism that's already been laid is a foundation for the future.
That concept of time is not stationary, it's not fixed. We are kind of creating or recreating our past as well.
Being able to look back on that and say, well, we don't want that again. I really hope we never see that again in the future.
Absolutely. It was so unbelievable how that was real.
That's what I hope that we have forever hereafter, is that people can just be themselves in whatever space they are in, that no one has to sort of hide away from their truth or their reality. I want to see us be recognised for being individual, but not different, I guess.
Yeah.
It's rambling, but I feel like it's a story that's ongoing. It's not going to end here.
The world as it is now is not enough, or the place where we are is not enough, and there's something is missing, and that kind of takes us towards the horizon.
What is your relationship to reality and fantasy? Are there moments where they overlap?
It's just the easiest world you can escape to. Because you can really put yourself into the character and basically play as you, or you could be someone completely different and just not have to think about you or how you feel.
Yeah.
And that's really special. I sometimes think about fantasy sort of things, and there have been times recently actually where I've manifested something and it's come true within the next week or so.
Envisioning does need the kind of gift of imagination in a sense. I feel like it's a way, maybe for some queer people, to be able to critique reality in a way that will still allow them safety.
I think that grounding in reality, I think, is something I'm really thankful for now as I grow up and grow older.
For me, the lines are constantly blurred.
And we have to reread and imagine and read against the grain if we want to see that queer history or those queer possibilities in history.
And sometimes I wonder if you can distinguish the two. Yeah, I wonder whether there's any experience of life that isn't partly like fantasy.
It was fun to be someone else in that moment, you know, like you were playing a character, or even if you were a bit of scenery in the background, it was just fun to try something different with your body. and I was like, oh wow, this is my escapism, this is my freedom almost. Those moments are something I really long for sometimes.
I feel like I'm kind of like looking for the way in which life itself is kind of fantastical.
That's a really interesting way of looking at things. I never thought about it that way.
Reality is there to be sort of romanticised and transmuted. I think for queer people especially, fantasy is a real tool. It's a real thing that we use to find a way.
Reluctant to leave this tree.
It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, it has been great. Yeah,
I really enjoyed
thank
it.
you. Yeah, me
you.
too.
That's us.
Cool, bye.
Thanks, bye. Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How you doing? Give me a cuddle. That was really lovely.
So
Thank
cool
you
to
for
talk.
that. Yeah.
No problem.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm Michael.
I'm Kiva.
Lovely to meet
It's
you.
really lovely to
You look
meet you.
fabulous.
Yeah.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
How's it
you.
going? Do you want a hug? That was cool.